That actually is a nice segue into success strategy number 6, and that's be a partner. Value and respect others' talents and goals as well as your own, because you're actually taking not just an approach of, okay, I'm just going to have to do this for you because I need a paycheck, or I have to do this because of blank. It's how can I be in alignment with where we're headed, so that we can take the approach of like, okay, so what's the best way to get there? What do we need to do to get there? Which then even goes all the way back to what we were talking about with being proactive versus reactive. So it's like when you it's almost like in the words that you use, it's being partnering with somebody is different, I feel like, than working for somebody. What do you think?
Oh, massively. And listen, here's the thing is we're going to see in the next 5 years, 10 years, partnerships and collaboration in business exponentially increase. And that's because there is a shortage in leadership. Above all in business, there are a number of different gaps, but what there is not a surplus of is people who are leaders.
Yeah.
And so in order for people to find in a disconnected world where we have social connection through a screen, we need to find partnerships and connections, collaboration. And oftentimes the easiest and best way to do that is by partnering and collaborating in business. And so as we become more digitally disconnected, we will become more partnered and collaborative in our business world over the next decade. If you look at what we've done in the last couple of weeks here with merging and partnering with Hergenrother Realty Group, it is 100% predicated on the concept of leaders working with other leaders, knowing that we get way further faster if no one cares about the credit.
Yeah.
And I've moved well past the idea of caring who gets the credit for it. And so now it's how do we do cool shit with cool people?
Look at my bank account, bitch.
and you know, I think about the PayPal mafia, right? It's like you create the most disruptive item of technology, in the past 20 years for the banking system pre-crypto. And you look at digital disruption of banking, and that really was the PayPal movement. And, it started with eBay, and then it went to every other aspect of banking. And the list of talent that was on the leadership roster at that time is insane. Many of them still working together on multiple projects off and on and getting way more done that way.
I talk about sports a lot. And so I talk about Michael and LeBron.
Yeah.
And so I'm showing my age. I'm always team Michael. But what Michael Jordan is an individual, he's a great basketball player. And his ability to bring others around him to make them better was his superpower. What LeBron has taught me, LeBron is a CEO. He doesn't take people, well, he not only takes talent around him and makes them play better, he gets the best talent.
Yeah, he's a hell of a recruiter.
He recruits the best.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan didn't do that.
Yeah, that's right. That is one of the best observations, I think, from LeBron is that people just trashed him.
Then they poo-poo him for it, but you know what? It's genius. Right.
And I probably did too, by the way. I did not like LeBron
but I
for
wasn't
a while.
You know what? As a CEO, now that I'm a CEO and I see what LeBron did, I give LeBron mad props because guess what? Everybody else was telling him you had to have this guy and this guy, and Mike had, you know what? How many rings does LeBron have, or whatever?
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he's going, I don't care if I'm the one who gets the credit. I want the ring. Damn it!
I want the ring.
That's a big, and that's a really, that level of maturity or that level of selflessness from an athlete really didn't show up much before that.
He was the first.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could go the Boston Celtics when they did.
Yeah.
But he was the first that actually would go out and be like, hey, let's go. We play basketball during the summer. Why don't we team up on the Lakers or whatever that is?
Yep.
So that to me is how we are running our business. There's some people that are recruiting raggedy people.
That's right.
And they don't have the ability to break those raggedy people better. Or you can be LeBron.
Absolutely. And then just go recruit really talented people around you. to be partners with you. I think it's a heck of a lot faster to do it that way.
And you can do it for 20 years
Yeah.
versus Mike. It took him 10 years and he had to develop all the talent around him. And then the end of his year. So like, you want to come in, boom,